Hey, what's up, you guys? Ford Taurus 28 here. This is a product that I normally don't review, but I've had it for almost 2 years. I've got it for Christmas in 2018, and I think a month before that, I found this and I think another one at a Goodwill thrift store for about $2 or $3. It's like, isn't that just odd and weird that someone would donate a couple of exit signs at a thrift store? It was like in the household electronics department. So, anyways, just to let you know that this is not a toy. This is literally not a toy. This is made by Lithonia Lighting, which is the manufacturer that made one out of several of these devices, known as an exit sign, which is designed to denote the location of the closest exit door in case of fire or other emergency. Signs like these are also designed to be absolutely unmistakable and understandable to anyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this bad boy here. See if I can. Hang on a second. This sign is about a foot long. Well, it's 11 inches long or 11 inches wide, which I can round that up to 12 inches long. So I would say that's a foot long. And about 7 inches and a quarter tall. A lot of these are found in many commercial buildings and public buildings to denote the way out, especially because it is fire code requirements. This particular one is a modern exit sign, which often can be seen indicating the path to an exit in commercial and large residential buildings that comply with fire codes and requirements. The fire codes and requirements have been around for many years, since the Triangle Factory fire that had inadequate fire escape routes and also locked doors, which is history, and it's not so good. Certain circumstances, such as the year a building was built, may leave it exempt from some of these requirements. In most situations, the owner of the building is responsible for complying with exit sign requirements. This is especially true in older buildings that serve as multiple residences, such as apartment buildings, hotels, and campus dormitories, like at universities and community colleges. So here's the inside of it. The red lens right here is supposed to be for the red texting that says exit. And here's the wires. Still wrapped. Still having a hard time where to actually display this. I was almost thinking of putting it above my window, because if I ever do have a fire, I know the way out. And here's the instructions for the risk. Okay, so these are the instructions. I think these are all in English. Okay, there's some in Spanish, multiple languages. And it says, save these instructions, which I will. You can see there's some LED like right here. So if I ever do want it, it's also inspected by like underwriters laboratories. So if I ever do have an official installation, hopefully that if the power ever goes out, that it'll still be working. Maybe we have to connect it to like some kind of device or that runs on batteries or so that if the power does go out, you can still find your way out. And if the lights in this sign go out, that would usually mean like you have to change the batteries or so. I mean, no guarantee. I've never had this before in my collection. This is an ultimately rare collectible here, even though that it's not really meant for anyone's household. And I am not alone in this. I have seen other people's videos of their own exit signs in their household as for display. According to the Fire Marshal's Code, it is a serious offense as a building owner or landlord to not comply with the requirements in terms of exit signage. I mean, according to Wikipedia, like on July of 2016, a fire in Toronto, Canada apartment caused the death of one person and injured many others. And that the investigation found that emergency and exit lights were not properly illuminated, and the landlord had to pay a hefty fine of $20,000 for non-compliance. So, this is the reason why we have fire codes and building requirements for commercial and multiple residential complexes. The Triangle Factory fire years ago, history, did change how we run buildings and stuff. This company, Lithonia, has also designed emergency exit signs that have like lights on each side of them, known as like, I think they only come on when the power goes out, and these are a lot bigger and probably even heavier. So that may have to be measured on a scale and probably a lot harder to install. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this rare review, even though it may not be exciting for many of my younger audiences, but maybe a little history lesson describing how fire codes come from the Triangle Factory fire made fire codes more. That the Triangle Factory fire made fire codes very important. So, anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, one that's more exciting. So, thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.